Hospitality, faith, and intercession. Genesis chapter 18 highlights important themes such as hospitality, faith, and intercession. It narrates the visit of three mysterious visitors to Abraham, the promise of a son to Abraham and Sarah, and Abraham's plea for the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Through these events, we learn valuable lessons about how to interact with others, trust in God's promises, and advocate for others in times of need. The chapter begins with Abraham sitting at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day when he looks up and sees three men standing nearby. Genesis 18, verse 2. Recognizing that these visitors are more than ordinary travelers, Abraham immediately shows them great hospitality. He runs to greet them, bows down to the ground, and invites them to rest under the shade of a tree. Genesis 18, verse 3-4. Abraham's eagerness to serve his guests exemplifies the importance of hospitality, a value highly regarded in ancient Near Eastern cultures and emphasized throughout the Bible. Hebrews 13:2. Abraham offers his visitors water to wash their feet and prepares a meal for them, showcasing his generosity and care. Genesis 18:4-8. This act of kindness is not just about providing for their physical needs, but also about creating a welcoming and comfortable environment. Scholars like Walter Brueggemann have noted that hospitality in the Bible often serves as a way to encounter the divine, as seen in Abraham's welcoming of these three men who are in fact divine messengers. After the meal, one of the visitors tells Abraham that his wife Sarah will have a son by the same time next year. Genesis 18:10. Sarah, who has been unable to conceive, laughs at this promise because of her old age. The Lord responds by questioning Abraham about Sarah's laughter, reinforcing the idea that nothing is too difficult for God. Genesis 18, verse 13-14. This promise and its fulfillment demonstrate the theme of faith. Abraham and Sarah's experience teaches that trusting in God's promises, even when they seem impossible, is fundamental to a believer's life. Hebrews 11:11. The narrative then shifts to God's plan to investigate and potentially destroy Sodom and Gomorrah due to their wickedness. Genesis 18:20-21. Abraham engages in a profound dialogue with God, pleading for the cities if even a few righteous people can be found there. Genesis 18:23-32. This part of the chapter highlights the power of intercession, advocating on behalf of others. Abraham's respectful and persistent negotiation with God illustrates how believers can approach God with their concerns for others, seeking mercy and justice. 1 Timothy 2:1-2. Abraham's request begins with asking God to spare the cities if 50 righteous people are found. When God agrees, Abraham gradually reduces the number to 10, showing his compassion and concern for the inhabitants. Genesis 18:24-32. This dialogue reflects Abraham's deep relationship with God and his commitment to righteousness. It also underscores the belief that God is just and merciful, willing to listen to sincere prayers and consider the welfare of others. Throughout Genesis 18, the interactions between Abraham and the divine visitors reveal a complex relationship between humanity and the divine. The chapter emphasizes that faith involves both trust in God's promises and active participation in seeking justice and mercy for others. Abraham's actions, his hospitality, his faith in God's promise of a son, and his intercession for Sodom and Gomorrah serve as exemplary models for us. Scholars have interpreted Genesis 18 in various ways, often focusing on its theological and moral implications. For instance, Terence E. Fretheim suggests that the chapter illustrates how divine visitation can lead to profound personal and communal transformations. The story also raises questions about divine justice and human responsibility, inviting readers to consider their roles in advocating for righteousness in their communities. The chapter's portrayal of Sarah's laughter and the subsequent divine response has been a point of interest for many theologians. Some interpret Sarah's laughter as a natural human reaction to the unexpected news, while others see it as a sign of doubt that God patiently addresses. This interaction highlights the tension between human emotions and divine assurance, encouraging believers to maintain faith even in moments of uncertainty. In addition to its theological themes, Genesis 18 offers insights into ancient Near Eastern customs and the social dynamics of the time. The emphasis on hospitality reflects the cultural importance of treating guests with honor and generosity. Understanding these cultural contexts helps modern readers appreciate the depth and significance of Abraham's actions, recognizing that his behavior was both culturally appropriate and spiritually meaningful. The chapter also contributes to the broader narrative of Genesis by setting the stage for the birth of Isaac and the eventual story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Isaac's birth fulfills God's promise to Abraham and Sarah, reinforcing the theme of divine faithfulness, Genesis 21, 1-3. On the other hand, the fate of Sodom and Gomorrah serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of widespread wickedness and the importance of maintaining moral integrity within a community, Genesis 19. Genesis chapter 18 is a rich passage that offers valuable lessons on hospitality, faith, and intercession. Through the story of Abraham's interaction with the divine visitors, the promise of a son, and the plea for Sodom and Gomorrah, readers are encouraged to embody generosity, trust in God's promises, and advocate for justice and mercy in their own lives. The chapter's enduring relevance is supported by both biblical teachings and scholarly interpretations, making it a vital part of the biblical narrative and a source of inspiration for believers today.